Okay, babies, do you guys want to go play in the snow? Do you want to go on the porch and play in the snow? Are you ready to go in the snow and play? Okay, babies, go ahead. It's going to be cold. We just got some sugar cookie ice lattes from Starbucks. Now we're going to Costco.
Yeah.
Christmas weekend in full swing.
The weekend after Christmas, not Christmas weekend.
Well, I don't know. Walking into Costco now. Iced coffee, snow on the ground, 8 inches high. But I still got iced coffee. I was gonna get hot coffee, but this is insane. Andrew, hold it so I could show how big it is.
For size.
But it's 3. I thought it was one big one. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our vlog. It is 2 days before New Year's Eve, so we're gonna have like a couple people over for New Year's. But it's funny, we were just saying last year at this time we like renovated our basement, and now we're kind of just touching up our living room. So this was in our apartment and we loved it, and I spray painted the black like hardware on it gold to match our decor better. But as you can tell, it is not the right size for our space, and we can't move it over because behind our little soundboard thingy is this vent on the floor, which there's something on it right now. The vent is right there. So it's in such a stupid, silly little spot, and we can't really move that because it would require a lot of like, I don't even know, whatever. But anyways, so we got a smaller one that's a little bit taller and shorter, like a little less wide. So I just cleaned this out and I put it on one of our free cycle groups. We could have tried to sell it, but the new piece is coming today, and then it would have been like sitting in our house, and we don't have a lot of room in our house. So I was like, we've had it for I think 7 years, maybe longer. It has a little chip on it, so I would feel funny selling it. So, and I think it was only like $130. Like, it's from Target. It's nothing crazy. It's a really cute piece, but it's way too big for our space. So we're getting rid of that today. So it's a little sad because I really love it, and I love like the spray paint I did, but I'm glad that it's going to a new home. This area is a hot mess, so I'm going to tackle this too. We also got a new little end table for over here. This is where I do a lot of my working since I don't have an office. It's right next to the dog toys. It keeps like tissues, my computers, all my chargers, but it's literally out of control. Like, this is way too small, so we got a little bit of a bigger one, and it's pink. It has drawers, so everything will be not seen, and it'll fit our little Mickey lamp on top of it. This was from Amazon, and it was on our registry, and it's a lot smaller than I thought because I didn't measure correctly. So I think I'm going to try to take this piece to the consignment shop today, and if not, then I'll give it away or put it on Free Cycle or Goodwill. I haven't vlogged much today because it's been raining and it's like it was snowing, so it's not the best weather. I'm a little upset because I wanted to get a spray tan because I haven't gotten one since before the show. But I just went to Dollar Tree and I'm really upset. I didn't realize that a lot of the stuff is now $2 because I spent $17 and I was expecting to spend less than 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 of my items were $2. And I know that stuff is $1.25 now, but only one thing was $1.25. 2 things were $1.50. Like, when did that happen? I know about the $1.25 and like some stuff was $1.50, and they have like the $5 like Five Below aisle now. But what? Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna be shopping here, which is crazy because I used to love the Dollar Tree. Okay, we're having a quick lunch. Our heater is getting repaired, and we're like getting rid of furniture. Like, it's a little bit crazy right now. We're all in the kitchen. So this is the Costco like 90-second rice. We love this. It's like sticky rice. And then this we've never tried before, but we've seen it on other YouTube channels. It's this like pre-cooked chicken. Sorry for all that noise, but their water heater being repaired. And then I put some of the orange chicken sauce from Aldi on it. So it's just a cute little quick lunch. Okay, the person from Free Cycle is about to pick this up. So I put some, like a plastic tarp around it. Our heater is all fixed and the new piece for right over here is on its way. And my timing is impeccable because this was just delivered and the old one was just picked up like less than 5 minutes ago. My sister dropped off some chicken soup that my mom made. So we're having that for dinner. I made garlic toast in the air fryer. Just put like some garlic, some butter, some Parmesan after a few minutes in the air fryer. A little bit of butter, a little arugula salad. Okay, we're gonna get ready for New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow. So we're starting off by making a little pumpkin cake. I'm making like a half of a cake because it's just gonna go in this little square pan. And then I'm going to cut it up and put it in these little cups with some homemade caramel and whipped cream. So I have a softened stick of butter, half a cup of regular sugar, 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. I used light brown sugar this time. 2 eggs and some vanilla. Okay, so the pumpkin cake is all ready now and I'm gonna put it in this little tiny pan. Hopefully it's not too crazy of an amount. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna like flatten it a little bit before it goes in the oven, like shake it down a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna shred some fresh Parmesan cheese for the spinach and artichoke dip. I'm gonna do it today just so it's easier, and I'm gonna clean today as well so that it's not a mess. So this block was like $3.99 or something. So it made like, I don't know, like 2.5 cups of grated cheese. And like if you buy it pre-grated, sometimes it's like $10 or something crazy. Okay, now just like Magic Kingdom, I'm doing the little cups of the sauce. I'm using Thousand Island since they kind of do like a Big Mac sauce. And this is basically what that is. Now I have some lemons and I'm gonna slice them and then I'm going to dehydrate them for mocktails and cocktails. When they got too thin to cut, I just cut those up for like drinks, or my mom's making lobster rolls tomorrow. So some extra lemon, and then I have some fresh in the fridge, just cut up, pre-made, or I could put them in the lemonade. So these are just drying out on some paper towels, and then I'll take the seeds out before I dry them in the oven. I'm setting my oven to like 170, 200 to let these dehydrate in there. I cut them much thinner than the oranges, so I think it'll take a little bit less time. And then I think I'm going to sugar these to make them a little bit more sparkly. I'm actually not going to sugar these because the drink is already going to be so sweet. So I'm just going to dry them out instead and put the edible glitter on it again. Okay, my lemons are in the oven now. I just set the timer for an hour and I put them on 155. I feel like when I did the oranges, I could do 170. But my oven isn't letting me do that right now. Just made another batch of Thin Mints. I can link our Christmas prep video down below for the recipe. It's super easy, just Ritz crackers, melting chocolate with a little bit of peppermint extract or pure peppermint oil. I use the extract. So yeah, I didn't really like the chocolate that we used. It was like microwave ones. I like the ones from Aldi's a lot better. These were like a little baking cup, but that's all they had. Pumpkin cake is cooling. Okay, now I'm gonna make some caramel sauce. Start out by melting butter over like kind of lowish heat. You don't want it to brown or anything. And then like a cup-ish of brown sugar. And here's my lemons that are dried so far. They almost look like the oranges now. Looks like the color of them. This is on very low heat, so maybe I should have had it lower, or maybe that's what color they turn. I don't know. Okay, now that my butter is melted, I turn this all the way down to low, and I'm gonna slowly add in my brown sugar. It might come in like clumpy, but that's okay. I'm gonna turn my heat back up a little bit to dissolve the crystals in the brown sugar. Okay, now that it's all incorporated and thick, I'm gonna simmer it for like 2 to 3 minutes and then lower the heat and add some heavy whipping cream. Okay, I added the heavy cream and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt and also a little teeny bit of vanilla extract. And here it is. It's very thin right now, so you could simmer it longer to thicken up, but it's gonna thicken up as it sits as well. Just took my cake out of the pan. It stuck a little bit. I should have put like butter instead of cooking spray, but that's fine because we're gonna cut it up to put in the little cake cups. Okay, so I started like putting little pieces of cake in there. Now I'm gonna whip my whipped cream while my caramel thickens a little bit more. So I could do a layer of caramel, a layer of whipped cream, a layer of cake, and vice versa, all the way to the top. I just took my chilled bowl out of the freezer. It was in there for like 10 minutes. Now my whipping cream is in there, and I'm gonna add vanilla and sweetened condensed milk. Okay, this part will be chaotic, but I'm gonna pour the hot caramel onto the cakes. It's cool enough by now, like it should be fine with the plastic container. Like I let it cool for a little bit, but I'm just gonna pour it with a spoon onto each piece of cake. It's just finished and the caramel's so good, the whipped cream is so good, and the cake is so good, so they're gonna be amazing and they look really cute. Bambi's like freaking out because did you try homemade mommy's whipped cream? You loved it? You loved it? Good girl. And Flower did too, and she's flying down the stairs right now. You guys can't have any more. That was too much sugar for babies. Too much sugar for babies. But I love you. Here's all the Thin Mints. Now I'm going to start the Magic Kingdom spring rolls. These are like the ones that they have the spring roll cart in the Magic Kingdom. I already got spring roll papers last night. I went to a specifically Asian grocery store because like ShopRite and Walmart and the stores like that around here, they usually have the egg roll wrappers, which I've made them with egg rolls before and they are still really good, but I specifically wanted the spring rolls and Andrew prefers spring rolls too, so that's what I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna brown this ground beef up and then I'm going to chop up an onion and some dill pickles. I chopped about half of a yellow onion to add to about a pound of the ground beef mixture, and I've used my mini chop to make it nice and thin and tiny. I'm just mixing this all up until the beef is cooked thoroughly. Salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. Once my meat is cooked, I'm gonna take it off the heat and drain the fat with a paper towels because we don't want it to be greasy, we want them to be crispy. I got out my ketchup mustard and I'm gonna chop up a little less than a cup of pickles. It said a cup, but I felt like that was a little bit crazy. Okay, if you have Worcestershire, whatever it's called, sauce, you can add that now, and seasoning salt. I didn't, so I did salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and now I'm gonna add it says a tablespoon of ketchup and a teaspoon of mustard. It's so funny because I don't like mustard at all. Like if they put it on my hamburger at like McDonald's or a fast food restaurant, I won't eat it. But I love these. I think it's because it's such a small amount and it's all mixed together. It's not like just a bunch of mustard on your hamburger. So yeah, I'm gonna let this cool a little bit more and then add the cheese and the pickles. Okay, I just added the pickles. I didn't add all of them. Once again, it felt crazy. Now it's saying to add 2 cups of cheese, which feels crazy. So I might add like less than that. Okay, now I put a spoonful in here and then roll it up. Okay, here's the spring rolls that I got. Here is my first one. It's not so bad. Here's the mixture. I added a little bit more cheese once it's settled, and I'm using this little thing to make sure they're all the same amount of meat inside. Here they are. Let me try to get me rolling. So I figured out from rolling these ones so far that, so you can see that was too much beef. I added 2 teaspoons. These ones I did like 1.5. These ones were only 1. So some will be a little bit smaller. So this is like 1.5 of this little spoon. It's like a coffee spoon. So the first thing you do, and I'm not an expert, this is like, I don't do this very often. You roll the meat and then you fold the sides in. Then you take some water, put it there. Roll it up nice and tightly. Might need a little bit more water to get that corner in. And there you have it. Okay, you guys. As I was saying before, like I was testing out how much filling to use. So these are all ready to bake for tomorrow. I'm just gonna cover them all up and then put in the fridge overnight. We're about to head to my mom's to have dinner with her, and she's gonna do my hair color, which needs to be done really bad, so I really appreciate that. So I'll be looking fresh for the new year. Good morning and happy New Year's Eve. I'm vlogging on my phone. I have to get the DJI off the charger, but we went to Starbucks this morning. Wishing you magic amazing. It's like they know. I got a venti sugar cookie iced latte. They actually made it hot by accident first, and then I was like, did I order it hot? Like, I'll reorder it. And they were like, no, that was my mistake. So they ended up giving us that one, and Andrew got a pumpkin cream cold brew because they still had that. So he has 2 coffees today, which is good because he's working for a little bit today. It's 8:30 in the morning right now. The dogs are playing. I have the house all crazy because I ordered him this Spirit jersey. So when we were in Disneyland, we couldn't find this anywhere, but it's a little bit older. It's a little bit cracked. So I'm gonna fix it right now with the Cricut to see if I can get the vinyl smoothed out. I just took 2 seconds to reorganize this drawer and it made such a difference. So if you have one of those drawers in yourself, take less than 5 minutes and fix it, and it'll make your life so much better. What I did differently was these used to be this way, like horizontally, and I just made it vertical. And yeah, so like all my baking little spatulas are in the back. These are gonna be good to grab tonight for like hot food easily. These go on like the Our Place pans because they get really hot, so that you're not touching a really hot pan. Put the rolling pin this way instead of the other way, and now it's not rolling all around. Scissors in the front because we always grab those. Way better. Okay, so I'm gonna make the spinach and artichoke dip. I'm using this recipe from Wooden Tap, which is like a chain restaurant in Connecticut that is so good. This is my favorite spinach and artichoke dip. So this is their recipe, so hopefully it's similar or the same. The only difference is I'm using fresh spinach instead of frozen because I had to buy fresh spinach to make Flowers food anyways. So that's what I'm doing. So it says if you're using fresh spinach to just saute it a little bit and use more, because spinach, as you know, like cuts down when it's cooking to like nothing. Okay, here's my spinach now. So I feel like I need to make more, like, I don't know. That's probably enough for the size of the recipe that I'm doing. Okay, next, 1 can of artichoke hearts go in a food processor, or you can chop it up yourself. I wonder if I should make some more spinach. I feel like I have way more artichoke than spinach. I think I'm gonna make a little bit more. Okay, I'm making a little bit more now, and it already looks better. Like, it just felt like there was no spinach in it. But I do prefer the fresh spinach just because I feel like frozen spinach just tastes like water. Okay, next I need to add 1 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese, which I grated yesterday. So I'm gonna kind of just eyeball this and add a little bit at a time because there's definitely more than a cup in here. And I'll save some for the top. I'm gonna do a little bit more. half of a cup of sour cream. Now that I'm mixing it up a little bit, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cheese, and then it says to add cheese on top of it as well. It's gonna be too big, but since it's so cheesy, it'll make cleanup better. I'm gonna use a foil pan. Actually, this might be perfect because it's gonna like expand a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna top it with some of this 4 cheese blend. It's like mozzarella, Parmesan. You also could use pepper jack. This is actually probably better than I'm using this one. It's a little bit more mild for pickier eaters. All right, this is all set. I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge now. I'm a clean as you go girly, so I'm gonna put this all in the dishwasher, and then the stuff I have to wash by hand, I'm gonna wash it by hand. And then I'm gonna get started on Flower's food, the pigs in a blanket, and I think I'm gonna make the onion dip as well. Flower's food is cooking right now, so I do ground turkey. I had like a 3-pound container of it, so I cooked that up, and then I drained the fat out. I added the rest of that thing of spinach and some frozen peas and carrots, and I'm cooking some sweet potatoes in the microwave, which I will peel and then kind of just mash into her food. I added a little bit of water as well, and then I'm gonna add some oatmeal, which is just like organic oats. My sweet potatoes are cooling. I'm gonna make a little egg bake. I've made a variation of this before with ham and cheese. I think this time I'm just gonna make it with cheese. So I have 6 eggs in a bowl. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. You can also use half and half or milk, whatever. Okay, once you have it mixed to your liking, add a little bit of sour cream and some shredded cheese. Grease a casserole dish and then just pour it in. I made a note so that nobody puts this in the oven tonight. The rest of the sour cream, so I only used a little bit in the dip and in the egg. Put some French onion soup mix. If you don't know about this, I feel like everyone knows about this. It's like the elite veggie and chip dip. Okay, now I'm gonna make the little crescent roll wrapped little smokies. And I like to use a pizza cutter. And I actually just Googled, I was like, how many could you get out of these? And the internet says 3. I feel like mine are always different shapes, so I'm going to try to do 3 strips per crescent roll. Okay, 1 tray done, and I'm going to do 1 more. So we got some plain and some with the everything bagel seasoning. And I still have a little bit of leftover dough, so I'm going to make little tiny like cheese and pepperoni. And here is the dog food once it's all made. And now I'm making me and Andrew lunch. 90-second rice and some of this Costco chicken with the orange sauce from Aldi's. Okay, and here's the finished product. Andrew has lots of sauce on his. This chopping board's on his last leg from Dollar Tree. I think it's not supposed to go in the dishwasher.
Yeah, it's like split. It's about to be broken. But that's okay.
It's going in the trash. Happy New Year to it.
Happy New Year. Happy 2026 to our old.
To our old $1.20. When it was still $1, that's when we bought it.
Yeah.
Now everything was $2 there.
It's the $2 tree now.
So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm getting some lemonade set up. I'm going to make one with strawberries and lemons and some lavender syrup, and then just some plain. It's just like plain lemonade. That's our little mocktail tonight. Our fridge is jam-packed with food. It's crazy right now. We got the little pumpkin cups I made, the cheeseburger spring rolls, pigs in a blanket with and without the everything bagel seasoning. Got some sparkling, and then we're gonna have regular champagne, cheese and crackers, dog food, Thin Mints. I don't even know what else.
Okay, so one of my Christmas gifts this year was this air popper that makes popcorn. You can see it's a Disney one. There you go. And Chelsea made some popcorn already. We're making a little popcorn bar. So you just put popping corn out of the bag and you put it into the popper.
Yeah, so the lid is also a little measuring cup, and that's all you need. And then you just pour it in there, and then it gets really hot, and then it just goes back in there. You could also melt butter in there outside. I didn't do that because we had the butter seasoning and liquid butter, like movie theater butter, and Cinnabon seasoning as well.
Yeah, it came out great. We've got some, like, what are they, like,
Giggles. Dye-free
Skittles.
Skittles.
And Chelsea's mom is bringing over
some chocolates, like M&M's, mini M&M's.
Yeah, and a little popcorn bar.
Okay, so I already showed that I dried these the other day. So I'm going to put some pretty dried lemons in here. In case anyone... Oh, I'm going to put some glitter on them first. Please hold. So this is the syrup that they use in Disney, this brand, and it doesn't have any dyes or anything. So this lavender lemonade at Disney World is like one of my favorite mocktails to get. So I'm just going to put like a tablespoon in here of strawberries and fresh lemons. I'll cut up. I think that's going to be more than enough. So now I'm adding some Great Value lemonade. They use Minute Maid. This one didn't have a lot of ingredients. So that's nice.
This is who's making the noise. There she goes. There's the lemonade.
That's the lavender one. Just some plain.
That's good.
Should have got two. Okay, so cheese and crackers, a little charcuterie board, some chips and some French onion dip. In the oven is some spinach dip, little tiny forks and spoons and big ones. Paper plates. Here's our menu: lobster rolls, cheeseburger spring rolls, little smokies, spinach and orange dip, little popcorn bar set up, sweet and savory. We're gonna put candy in there. Then over here on the little bar cart, we have the lavender lemonade, regular lemonade, some cups, some dried and regular lemons, some ice.